welcome back to another video. So this is Driving Empire video about the 3 best cars for each race in Driving Empire. So there's the drag race, the circuit race, and the highway race. If you look in here, in the dealership, there's a lot. There's a lot of cars, and I own most of them. So I'm going to do a video about the 3 best cars that I have, and most of the cars that I have are like below how much is this? Like 3.5 million, except for the Jesco, the Koenigsegg CCR. So like if you're trying to grind up to a good car in this game and your favorite race is highway, drag, or circuit, then I'm going to do 3 of each of the best cars. So starting off with drag race, I think we all know what the number 1 drag race car is, but there are some other ones that are also very good at acceleration. So one very good one is SVJ. So about 670,000 for the SVJ. It does 2.50 to 60, and there goes my dogs. And with full upgrades, it just absolutely tears down the drag race. And if you want something like really, really cheap, like you're brand new to the game, then the way to go is probably the Hellcat. It's only 45,000, so all you really need to do is drive around in your starter car and wait to get to 45,000, and you buy this. I mean, 0 to 60 in 3.4, and once you get the upgrades in there, it goes fast. It goes really fast. And the number 1, the Dodge Demon. And the funny thing is, it's only 108,000. So it's pretty freaking cheap. Like, it's easy to grind up to. And it goes 0 to 60 in 2.3 with the top speed of 201. So it's like, it's top-notch drag car, especially when you consider the value, because I haven't gotten beaten in the Dodge Demon before, and I drag race pretty often in this just because it's kind of fun to do in manual and do burnouts and stuff. So here it is. Oh, I don't have it on rear wheel. So yeah, keep in mind that this isn't even the best drivetrain that you can get. When I accelerate here, you can do a burnout. Of course you can do a burnout. It's a freaking Dodge Demon. And yeah, it's kind of quick. Yeah. Whee! This thing is just crazy. I'm basically at the other side of the map already, and I've been driving this for 15 seconds. Okay, anyways, so the next category is highway race. So this one, there are a lot of cars that are good for the highway race. So I'm just going to say a budget car, a medium budget car, and an expensive car. So I kind of have to think about this one for the budget highway car. Now I'm going to say budget is below 300,000. So basically you want something that, well, it doesn't need to handle that great, but it has to make a turn like at a 65-degree corner. And it has to have a good top speed. The acceleration isn't extremely important, but I mean, you want some good acceleration too. Hi, puppy. Hi, Halo. My dog's over here trying to talk. Halo, want to say something? Halo? Yep, okay, he said something. Okay, that's enough. Okay. So, I wanted to say this, but the problem is that's a track pass car. I think this would be like the perfect one. The first 599 in the catalog. It's 192,000, so it's even a little bit under budget. It has like average handling pretty much. Accelerates pretty good, and it has a top speed of 208. So the top speed is really the star there. I think it's the best top speed of a car below 200,000. So it has a good top speed, and once you get the drag engine upgrade or even the twin turbo, then it'll start accelerating and going faster. So this is probably the best one. Now for a middle budget, like let's say below 1 million, it's gonna be a little bit easier. This was already in the list. We got the SVJ because it handles really good. Well, not really good, but better than average. 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. And a top speed of 219. Now, there are cars with a better top speed, but the acceleration and the top speed that you get to with the drag engine is great. So, this is probably the best, like, middle budget kind of car for highway. And the best car, I mean, the best of the best doesn't really have a budget, but I don't want to make it like crazy. I want it to be below like 3 million maybe. I would say this, but that's also a track pass car. It's gonna have to be the Agera RS, but if you have a little bit more money than the Jesco, the Agera RS is worth 2.8 million. And it has the same acceleration as the Aventador SVJ. Look at that handling. And it has a top speed of 285. So, yeah, it's good. But even better, it's a Jesco. It also goes 0 to 60 the same as the Aventador SVJ. I don't think that's even going to be beat in this video except for the Dodge Demon. And top speed 291. Like, I'm pretty sure that's one of the best in the game, except for the Devo and the Bolide. It's worth $4.2 million, so it's kind of a pretty high price. But it's worth it if you want a car that will constantly win. I'm pretty sure it's the best highway car under 5 million. And I didn't even mention the steering. The Jesco is I think the second best handling car in the entire game, and that includes on sale and off sale. So, yeah, yeah. So, this is gonna be in the next race too for the best cars. It accelerates. Oh God. Yeah, I'm already in the void, but you get the deal. It's just crazy. So for circuit, I think I already have some good ideas. So for the circuit race, you're not gonna get a very good handling car for cheap that'll be good at the circuit race. So for me, budget would kind of be below 300,000 if you want to do circuit race. And so I would go with the Viper ACR because it handles really good. That's basically my only reason. It just, 70% handling, it's up there among the best handling cars, and it's only 200,000, so it's a pretty good car. It's not very remarkable in other terms, like Ooh, yay, 177 miles an hour. Ooh, yay. 3.8 seconds, 0 to 60. Hey, where's my applause? Well, anyways. Yeah, so this is probably the best budget circuit car because really the main thing that you want to work about racing circuit is your handling. Now, next is kind of hard, but this is an underrated car. It's going to have to be the 2017 Ford GT because it handles about as well as the Viper. And it has 2.9 seconds, 0 to 60. Gotta give it a little golf clap for that. And has a top speed of 213. Maybe a slightly louder golf clap. Anyways, and it's only 550,000. It's pretty good. So that's like your mid-range budget circuit race car. If you want to get 100,000 for winning. Yes, that is how much circuit race is every time you win. So, it's pretty good. It's an underrated car. And the best of the best of the best. The Just Go again. I mean, the handling is like the second best in the game, like I said. 2.50 to 60. I'm way too close to my microphone. 2.50 to 60. One of the best top speeds in the game. So if you want the best on sale circuit race car, honestly, it's probably the Just Go. Now I know that this is also very good for highway, but I used to own it, circuit. I used to own it, but I don't anymore because I got the Just Go, and I'm like, I don't need that thing anymore. So the Chiron per sport is about on par with the Just Go, but it's very, very hard to control, I've heard, and obviously it's worth like 18 million more than the Just Go. The Devo has obviously amazing handling. It has a slightly worse top speed, I think, and 0.2 seconds better acceleration. But, I mean, look at that price tag, though. And there's this. Yeah, this exists, too. And the Bolide. Obviously, 310 miles an hour, 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, and 88% handling. But the best car for under $5 million, if you don't want to spend your entire life racing away trying to get a car, it's the Just Go. Now, since I've already driven the Just Go, I guess I'll just do the mid-range budget car to give you an idea of what it does, because that's probably the most popular range that people want to buy, is like middle of the line kind of. So as you can see, it turns really good. I have a huge spoiler on this just so that it looks like a circuit car. It doesn't change the aerodynamics. You don't need to do that. I think it just looks cool. So the 0 to 60 with full upgrades is like about 2.1 seconds. Oh God, no! Don't fall into the river. Yes, I saved it. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, like 2.1 with the full upgrades, 0 to 60, which is pretty crazy, because with full upgrades, I think it's worth like 900,000. Like if I were to go and sell it, it would be worth 444,000 plus the 174, so 600 something $1,000. So, considering it's like 30% less when you resell it, it's probably somewhere around like 850 to 900,000 if you fully upgrade it. So it's not even that expensive fully upgrading it either. I have no idea where I am. So yeah, and I've already mentioned the turning. Obviously, I kind of got off track a little bit when I almost flew into the river like I did with the Jesco, because I'm not in the circuit race. Trust me, this thing rips down the circuit race, and the highway race, and the drag race. But it's not as good as the Demon in the drag race. So, yeah, it's a good car overall, but that's going to do it for this video. Maybe I gave some advice, maybe not, I don't know. Oh my god, that was a trick shot. I just hopped over that fence using a curb. I'm surprised that the curb didn't take off my bumper. A penny could probably take off this bumper. God, this car is so low. But anyways, maybe I gave some good advice, or maybe not. I'm probably going to do more of these videos like this, I don't know. See you in the next video.